So what is a South Star moment? What does that mean? And more importantly, how can we catch ourselves going off track before we're headed due south 100% in the wrong direction, right? So we wrote about that in our book, Landing on Your North Star. Peggy and I have a whole chapter devoted to your South Star, and that is the opposite direction of what you want. That's when you've really drifted off course. So my question to you is, what's the first thing to go? What's the first step? What's the first thing that happens when you start to drift? That's the moment that I'm curious about. Because by the time you're headed due south, a lot has happened. And really all it takes is for you to drift off course a few degrees for you to start to head in the wrong direction, right? So what we want to do is catch that more quickly. So my first question is, when things feel good, and I don't mean when you're just totally succeeding and everything's going great, I mean when you just feel like yourself, when you feel like you're grounded, when you're in alignment, when you can handle the challenges, when you're handling life. When you feel most like yourself, what are you doing? What are you prioritizing? Are you prioritizing meditation or daily journaling? Maybe you have a morning page practice or just a daily journaling practice. Do you prioritize connection with other people? Maybe there's certain people you check in with on a regular basis. Do you prioritize moving your body, exercise? Do you prioritize having healthy foods in the house that are easy to grab and go with? What are your priorities? What's working well for you when you feel most like yourself? That's question number one. Question number two is, what's the first thing to go? And this is important because if you have a routine of morning pages, let's say, and for those of you who don't know what that is 3 pages of journaling every morning. So let's say that's your morning routine. Well, let's say a few days go by and you notice you haven't written in your journal. When you do go to write in your journal, oh, last time I wrote in my journal was 2 weeks ago. That's interesting because that was one of those things that you let go of. What else? What else is the first thing to go? Exercise, hydration, movement, meditation. Just get curious and notice when I'm drifting, what's the first thing to go? And then how quickly can you prioritize it again? Not that that one thing is going to change everything, but that one thing that's the first thing to go can sometimes be a beautiful indication that you are about to veer off track. And that's how we can catch it. So you can catch yourself drifting before you end up going fully towards your South Star instead of heading beautifully and joyfully towards your North Star. Yeah? If you want help with this, get in touch. We can absolutely work on this together.